So, I want to ask you guys a question. When we think of Piggy skins, what comes to your mind? You might think, oh, a purchasable skin, an exclusive skin, a community skin, that kind of stuff. Yes, those are all good answers, but there's one topic of skins that I feel like is pretty overshadowed. That topic being alternate skins. Alternate skins were introduced all the way back in 2021 during Season 1 Mr. P's Lab. An alternate skin is essentially a pre-existing skin, just in a different coat of paint. Some alternate skins can be very similar to the pre-existing skin, but some can look way different and unique. However, I've been noticing recently, I don't really see a lot of people using alternate skins. Which sucks because some alternate skins are some of the coolest skins in the entire game in my opinion. And there's many alternate skins that I think are vastly underrated, which is what we're going to be going over today. I have a total of 15 alternate skins I'm going to talk about in this video. I'm going to talk about why they're underrated and what makes them so special. I feel like it's been a while since I've made just like a classic analysis of Piggy skins video. I don't know. I kind of feel like I haven't really been making videos like that recently, which is what I'm going to be doing in this one. I'm excited to talk about this one because some of these alternate skins, in my opinion, some of them are the best in the game. So let's get started. Starting with the one that started it all. So, alternate Badgie from Season 1 Mr. P's Lab. In my opinion, this skin is super underrated. I don't see anybody using it, like, never. And that sucks because alternate Badgie is pretty unique and he was pretty detailed for the time. And it just sucks because considering, he was the first alternate skin, you would expect to see people talking about him more, but no, I never see anybody talk about him. But alternate Badgie definitely deserves more love. He's essentially just regular Badgie, but so much better. He's wearing a respirator, he's wearing a hazmat suit. His glowing green arm actually glows green in this one. And I don't know, this is just such a better version of Badgie. Not because it's an alternate skin and it's an exclusive skin, but just because it just design-wise is just so much better. Now, people may say, oh, but the animations are the same as regular Badgie, which, okay, fair. But also, Badgie was the first alternate skin, so I think he kind of gets a pass with this. But just overall, alternate Badgie is a very nice skin for 2021. And I don't know, just really nice design. I just love him all around. And overall, I think he was really good for his time. So alternate Badgie, super underrated skin, and I think he definitely deserves more love, especially considering he was the first alternate skin in the entire game. So please, guys, give alternate Badgie some more love. Hashtag alternate Badgie love. How about that? I love alternate Badgie, and I think you should too. Why don't people talk about Mad Scientist Kona more often? He's one of the coolest alternate skins in the game. Now, this skin was made by Scientist, so he's always going to cook with his models and soundtracks and everything. And this one does not disappoint. Mad Scientist Kona is the opposite of alternate Badgie. He has an entirely new model, animation, soundtrack, literally everything is different. And it sucks that I don't see people using it more often because now, when it comes to Paranormal Pigma skins, all I see is people using like Ragna or Sam, but Mad Scientist Kona deserves a lot more love. So, his design, really good. I really love the design. He does look like a mad scientist, and he's covered in ice, and his arm is literally just a giant icicle, which is pretty cool. And his animations are really cool too, especially his jumpscare animation, the way he lifts up his goggles and then stabs you with the icicle. That's really neat, and I like it a lot. And his soundtrack is an entirely different soundtrack, doesn't sound anything like his original one, which, yes, it's really awesome, but I do want to say something when it comes to alternate skins and their soundtracks. I think it's good if an alternate skin can have both an entirely new soundtrack or a remix of their original one. It's a good balance, especially between Scientist and Piano Vampire. Scientist tends to create original pieces, but Piano Vampire tends to make just remixes, and I think both can be really good. Because on one hand, an entirely new soundtrack is really cool for a skin, and on the other hand, it's really cool to hear an already existing soundtrack but, changed a little bit so it still sounds like something new. I just thought I'd get that out of the way and just share my thoughts on that. But overall, Mad Scientist Kona is super cool and one of the most underrated alternate skins in the game, and by far the most underrated Paranormal Pigma skin. We need some more love for Mad Scientist Kona. He deserves a lot more. I love Mad Scientist Kona, and you should too. Now, for 3, 4, and 5, I'm going to talk about all these three as like a unit because I think these ones are a little bit special. Piggy, Raindessa, and Crove, to me, are like the poster children of the extra section. Because for a long time, those were the only three skins you can actually purchase in that section. Especially Piggy and Crove, because they were there since the beginning. And Raindessa joined not too long after. And now in the Big 26, they all have alternate skins. So, I want to talk about them all together. Let's start off with Piggy Snowy, and you already know what I think about her. I think she's amazing. She's one of the best alternate skins in the game, and just one of my favorite skins in general. I love the original Piggy, and her finally getting alternate skin is just really great. I just love the design. I love all the snow and ice, and the animations especially too, because she's shivering in her animations, because, there's snow covered all over her. Just everything I like about an alternate skin is all put into this single one. I love this skin. It's one of my favorite skins in the entire game. And whenever I see, the advent calendar rankings, people always put her, near the bottom, which sucks because I think she deserves a lot more. And you guys know how much I love this skin, especially considering she's second place in my 2025 ranking. Spoiler alert, by the way. So yeah, I've been a huge Piggy fan for a long time, and to see her finally have an alternate skin just made me so happy. I love this skin with all my heart. I also love Raindessa Sweet. It's just Raindessa, but so much better. It's just essentially what Raindessa will look like if she was added in 2025 or 2026 or something like that. Now, I love the design. I love all the ice cream and candies all over her, and I just love the way she looks. And another thing I really love about the skin is the light changing effect. If she didn't have that, then I would like her a little bit less, but she has that, and I like her even more. So Raindessa Sweet is a super underrated alternate skin, and I love her a lot. She deserves a lot more love, because I don't see anybody using her nowadays. And you might be saying, oh, but she's a Christmas skin. People aren't going to be using her in the middle of the year. However, I do see people using skins like Rachna and Sam, so I think this is kind of an exception. Now we have alternate Crove from Season 2, The Haunting. And I really feel like the Crove alternate has been overshadowed compared to so many other alternate skins because I really like him. He's really cool. And I think ever since my season skins ranking video, I think I like Crove alternate a lot more now. And I think he deserves way more. He's just a good, classic alternate skin from a classic season. Now, instead of a Grim Reaper appearance, Crove takes on the appearance of a Plague Doctor, which is really cool. I love the mask, and I love the outfit, and the top hat. And just in a nutshell, alternate Crove is just normal Crove, but way cooler. And I definitely think he deserves so much more love because I don't see people using him, ever. When was the last time you saw someone using alternate Crove? Seriously, tell me. When? So yes, Piggy, Raindessa, and Crove are super iconic. They're very iconic extra skins. However, their alternate skins are also really cool, and I feel like people don't really talk about them that much. And I just don't think they deserve that because those alternate skins are super cool and unique. Now, I've been talking about a bunch of exclusive alternate skins and limited time alternate skins, all of that. However, I think we should talk about some other ones. How about we take a look at some daily quest skins instead? Pandy TSP alternate is one of my favorite daily quest skins, but I feel like people just forget this one even exists. I mean, you guys have been constantly talking about, hey, let's get a redesign of Book 1 Pandy, and this is essentially a Book 1 Pandy redesign, but no one uses it, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to keep complaining about that, but I do really like the skin. I like it a lot more than other people. The skin is just a new, updated version of Pandy, and I just really like that. And since it's essentially just a redesign of Pandy in general, it would be nice for it to have new animations, but it's a daily quest skin, so we can't really expect that. I'm just a big fan of alternate Pandy, and I definitely think she deserves a little bit more love because she is pretty underrated, at least in my eyes. Pony Costume is one of the best daily quest skins, but he's also an extremely underrated skin at the same time. You would think, since it's an alternate skin of Pony, a character the community loves, you would think that people use him more often, but no, people don't really use him. I feel like maybe some Piggy players have this toxic mentality where they don't use daily quest skins because then they're going to look new gen to some people, which sucks because some daily quest skins, they really are pretty neat. And when I say neat, I'm talking about skins like Pony Costume. But I really like Pony's alternate skin. I'm really happy we got a design of his Halloween appearance in the mansion chapter. It feels like he would fit really well into Season 5, since, Season 5 was tied in with the mansion chapter, but I guess he wasn't, and he's just instead a daily quest skin. But he's still cool. I think he's actually a little bit high quality to be a daily quest skin, because there was quite a bit of effort put into him. His design is probably the most unique out of all the daily quest skins. And like I've said multiple times before, the leaf trail he leaves behind, that's really cool, and I think he's the only daily quest skin to have like a little special effect like that. But overall, Pony costume is a very nice alternate skin for Pony, and it really sucks that people don't use him that much, because, I don't know, I think he deserves some more love. So if you have him, you should go play as him, in my opinion. Now we have Tiger TSP alternate, and you guys know I love this skin. Really cool. It's my favorite Tiger design, and I'm so happy he's finally a playable skin. It's actually crazy that it took this long to get a skin of this appearance of Tigry. But still, this is my favorite Tigry skin. I love it a lot. And I really don't know what else to say other than I just don't really see people using him, which sucks because this is the most iconic Tigry design, at least in my opinion. So please, guys, this skin is vastly underrated. You should go play as him. I recommend it. Now we have Katie Uniform, and I've talked about the skin multiple times before. I really don't want to keep talking about her over and over again, so I'll just say this. It's really nice we got another uniform skin from one of the TSP members, and I don't know, I'm just a Katie fan in general, and I just like the skin. That's basically all I have to say. Just a really nice, super underrated daily quest skin, and I don't know, I think she deserves more love. That's all I'll say. What's this, Drew PK3? Back-to-back Katie skins? Yes, I believe both alternate skins for Katie are underrated, starting with her daily quest skin and her proper alternate skin from Season 5. This skin is super underrated. I don't see a single soul use this one. I see skins like Polly, Primrose, Electra. I see those skins more than I see this skin, and that really says something. Hell, I see Misery more often than I see Katie alternate. Which sucks because alternate Katie is one of the most underrated alternate skins in the entire game, and actually, the more you look at her, the more neat she becomes. So, she takes on the appearance of a doll, and her face and her arms have all these cracks on them to show that she's kind of like a porcelain doll almost. Like, for example, there's a crack on one of her eyes, and her eyes like shut, and there's an Easter egg on her arms. There's cracks on her arms, and they spell out the words, "Send help," which is pretty neat, and makes you wonder, like, what could be the context for this? And I don't know, I really think like at the time her design stood out a little bit more because there wasn't really like an alternate skin that really looked like this. All the other alternate skins looked somewhat more like professional looking, and then this one just like is just like really kind of like a more of an off-putting alternate skin because it just has like a little bit of a creepy factor to it. I don't know, but you all know I'm a fan of this skin if you watched my season skins ranking video. And I still love Alternate Katie just as much as I did as the video I made last year. So overall, Alternate Katie is a super underrated alternate skin. I really wish she got more love because she's just a neat little alternate skin, and it feels like she really got overshadowed by a bunch of other skins. So please, guys, go give Alternate Katie some more love. Please, and thank you. No joke, Dakota Knight is one of the reasons I made this video. I have grown such a bigger love for this skin over like the past month, and just like, it's just crazy. This is no joke, one of my favorite alternate skins in the game now. I mean, just look at him. Look at the knight armor. I don't know, it's really awesome. Like the sword, the outfit, and once again, the knight armor, just like all of it's like really awesome. Especially in Book 2, Dakota Knight looks absolutely gorgeous in Book 2 lighting. And no joke, like, he looks so beautiful in Book 2 lighting that it feels like a little bit wrong to place him in Book 1 just because, the lighting isn't as strong in Book 1 as in Book 2. Just look at the footage right here. Look at the lighting. Look at the way it bounces off his armor. Just so awesome. And his animations. Before, he reused his old animations, but about a day after he released, he got entirely new animations. And no joke, that probably actually saved the skin. The animations are basically Dakota's original animations, but they're just so much more animated. They're so buttery smooth. It's just really awesome. I love it, honestly. It's really, really good. But his theme, though, it's not as strong as some other alternate skins, but still, it's a pretty good remix. At least we got Dakota's old breathing sound back in it. And I will take that 100% over his new breathing sound, because his new breathing sound in his normal skin, atrocious, in my opinion. It's just not very good. Just going on a little rant here. His old breathing sound, like, it felt so intimidating. It felt so raw. It just felt real. It was just good. It's just good. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, I'm always trying to over explain things. It was a good breathing sound. But then he got a new one where it's just like a, and yeah, it just sucks. But hey, Dakota Knight's theme brought back his old breathing sound, which is really awesome. And no joke, Dakota Knight might be top 5 Book 2 skins for me. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Dakota Knight is so underrated, and you should love him. You guys remember in my advent calendar video where I said the Delta War Machine is going to be forgotten and underrated? And turns out I was right. I don't see anybody use the skin nowadays, which sucks because, once again, this is a really awesome alternate skin. I love Delta War Machine's design, I love the miniguns, and the theme is a really cool remix. And he's just a good, somewhat simple, but not too simple alternate skin, and I really love him for that. I think you guys should definitely give him some more love, because he's actually pretty cool in my opinion. However, if there's one thing I would change about the skin, is that I would add his old jump scare sound, but then add the new minigun sound too, because it seems a little bit quiet without his normal jump scare sound. That's the only thing I'd do to the skin, but other than that, he's pretty awesome. Man, I just disagree with some of you guys. Mari Noir is really fantastic. Now, people love to hate on the skin because of the idle animation. You know what's about to happen. Oh yeah, ooh, that. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I understand where you guys are coming from, but at the same time, you guys are like genuine crybabies if you guys are not actually using the skin. Because you guys can dogpile on the idle animation all you want, but just everything about the skin is really cool. It's the most animated Mari skin, and just a super animated skin in general. I love him a lot. He takes on the appearance of Jack Skellington, and I don't know, I just think that's cool. I think it's a little bit fitting for Mari Noir, since, he's kind of like a puppet, and Jack Skellington's kind of like a puppet too, at least in my eyes. And his remix is awesome. So it starts off as somewhat similar to his original theme, but then it gets like a guitar in it, it starts becoming like a rock theme, just like, it's really cool. Super awesome. Genuinely, like, this is the best Mari skin, and it really sucks that people just don't like the skin because of the idle animation. Just, come on, guys. Just throw the idle animation aside. You gotta admit, this skin is really cool. It's at least a solid A tier skin. It's not the absolute best alternate skin in the game, but he's still really cool and neat. I personally think he deserves more love, and I think he's super overhated because, besides, the problem, he is really cool, and I like him a lot. And I think you should too, because he's really awesome, super animated, and just awesome in general, all around. We got the twins dolls. And I'm not going to lie, I did not put them in my top 15 advent calendar rewards, but they were super close to being in it. It's just really cool that we got an alternate skin for the twin skin, an already extremely unique skin. And this, I don't know, they did really well on it. Like I said before, Russell always cooks with his models because he modeled the skin, and I don't know, he's just great at what he does. And everyone who worked on the skin is great at what they do. I absolutely love the attention to detail put in the skin, like how Z's a little bit more worn out than Zuzi. Just stuff like that is what makes me love the skin a lot. And we can't forget that they look absolutely amazing in Book 2 lighting. And in my opinion, their appearance is like little Christmas ornaments. It kind of feels like they were meant to look a little bit more lifeless compared to their original skin counterpart, but actually, with their new animations, they look more full of life compared to the original skin. Because with the original twin skin, the animations are a little bit more stiff, but this one, they're more smooth and just more full of life in general. I love their stun animation too. Really love their stun animation. Overall, Twins Dolls is a really cool alternate skin, and maybe if I can go back, maybe I would try and make like a maybe top 16 advent calendar rewards, and they'd be a 16th place. I don't know. But they're still really awesome, and they deserve a lot more love. alternate skins, we have Penny. Now I know what you're thinking, Drew, why is Penny on this list? She's so easy to get and she's such a boring skin. And to that I say, okay, that makes sense. But also, we finally got like a proper canon version of Infected Penny, unlike her original long dress default counterpart. And I think it's just really nice that we got that in general, because if this skin came out in 2020, people would lose their minds like, oh my god, we got an actual like Penny skin with the short dress. Oh my god, S tier skin. But now people are like, oh, boring skin. But honestly, like, I understand where you're coming from, but it's also just nice that we got something super simple in general. Don't get me wrong, like, yes, I definitely agree that she's a little bit bland compared to a lot of other alternate skins, but I just think it's nice that we got something like this in general. Don't get me wrong, all of, like, the new original skins, like Nor and skins like that, like, all of them are so much better than this skin, but still, just the fact that we got something this simple and all it is just, like, the canon version of Penny is just nice, and it's just neat that we finally got it after 6 years. Overall, I think this skin is slightly underrated, but I still decided to put her on the list because I kind of felt like, oh, it'd be nice to talk about her at least once before I talk about her again, maybe in the 2026 ranking, but who knows. But anyway, those are the 15 alternate skins I wanted to talk about today, and I am done preaching. Before I fully end the video, I want to give a few honorable mentions. Elf Mousy, Soldier Zizzy, and Ghosty Pirate. Elf Mousy because I'm just happy we got an alternate skin for Mousy. I just think it was really neat. Zizzy Soldier because, I don't know, I kind of felt like I was a little bit too harsh for her in the season skins ranking video, but I still think she's neat. And Zizzy being a nutcracker is kind of fitting, and I can kind of see the resemblance. Since, they're both related to some type of, like defense, like defending. And Ghosty Pirate because, that's obviously my favorite skin in the game, but that's just kind of low-hanging fruit in my opinion to talk about her. Daisy Fashionista, I absolutely love this alternate skin, but just like Ghosty Pirate, I glazed her like crazy in previous videos. So I figured I would just save her for another time and to just talk about other alternate skins that I haven't talked about as much as her. Same with Chef Kitty. And then we have Decayed Teacher from Season 8. Once again, she's a more simple skin compared to their skin in Season 8. And she's definitely not the strongest Season 8 skin, but I do think she is pretty cool. And it is nice that we got like a really cool skin for Teacher. And then we have Toby Icebreaker, another one of my favorite Advent Calendar rewards. But I just want to talk about some other ones, but maybe I'll talk about him in the future. Maybe I'll make another alternate skins video, but who knows. But until then, he's still really cool though. Overall, I'm really happy I talked about some really underrated alternate skins. Really nice to give them some spotlight. And that's really about it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am Drew PK3, and I am out of here.